Hey guys, it's Dan, your host, your Dan's Reviews, and today I'm back for another video for Road Rats. We are back for the Season 1 reviews. This is going to be my review for Season 1, Episode 2, Friends, Not Brothers. Okay guys, just going to do another video for today. This one's going to be doing another video for Road Rats. This is going to be doing my next review. We are back for Road Rats. Season 1, Episode 2 has officially made its release. Season 2, Episode 2. So, oh man. So it's been a little while since we've seen Road Rats. We did see the pilot a couple months ago. And obviously, we were having to wait a little bit for the rest of this season to air. But it's now time. Weekly reviews are back for the Road Rat series. I am actually very excited to get more into this series and to really just kind of learn more about it. It's going to be very interesting. And yeah, so thoughts on Episode 2. Pretty good episode. Pretty good episode. Nothing amazing, I don't think, but it definitely had at least its moment. I'll say moment because there was one big moment in this one that really threw me through a loop. The rest of the episode was, just, normal. It wasn't great. It wasn't bad. It was just, it was just kind of your basic stuff. But let's talk about the big moment because this is, I'm sure, the moment you guys want me to talk about the most. Spike is killed in this episode by Pablo's men and then devoured by, the dead, basically. So, holy frick. I mean, honestly, that is a plot twist. That's the biggest moment in this show so far because here I was thinking, I was like, okay, Spike is going to be a character that survives, for a good long while. He's going to be a character that, we follow for a little bit, and then Dax will kind of take over the group. He'll take over the Road Rats from him around the season finale, and maybe Pablo will die around that time too. But no, Spike just gets straight up killed during this fight with Pablo's men. Really, really crazy. And it already is shaping up to be Dax that is possibly going to, be in charge of the Road Rats. So that's really crazy. That's a big moment in the story that definitely I didn't expect. They're kind of going to war against Pablo. Obviously, we know that from Episode 1. They're kind of fighting him, and obviously he gets killed during the fight. And we'll have to see. We'll have to see now how Dax kind of leads and how, everything kind of goes. But it definitely was a moment that kind of threw me through a loop when I was watching the episode. Now, the episode basically picks up with the standoff, and they kind of say, they're going to meet, they're going to make a deal. But obviously, Spike just wants to straight up attack, and that is exactly what this episode is all about, is attacking. Now, we get to be introduced to a brand new character named Roadkill in this one, who goes into this, basically, this bar, which Matt actually did tell me while I was watching this episode, and I actually got to appreciate that he told me this, is that we actually got our first Survival of the Fittest cameo in this one. Because I don't recall in Episode 1 seeing anything that was from Survival of the Fittest. Correct me if I'm wrong, though. But in this episode, we got to see Blair in the background. He didn't say anything, but Blair was in this bar, which is really, really crazy as you get introduced to this new Roadkill character. So, Blair, man, we saw you in the finale tonight, and we saw you in the frickin' Episode 2. So, man, Blair's all over the place, right? So basically, that was that. I thought that was actually really, really cool as we get introduced to Roadkill. And then he's, of course, now part of the, the group, the Road Rats, as we kind of see that. But Spike was a real jerk this episode. He doesn't trust Dax. Dax is trying to say, I saw something go down in the city yesterday. Obviously, we know it's, the beginning of the apocalypse. But they don't believe him. They don't believe a single word coming out of his mouth. So it just makes for some very interesting storytelling because he is kind of there, and we don't really know that. Well, they don't know that he actually saw this. They almost kind of don't believe him, but we know what he saw. We know that it's real, and it just kind of creates all this conflict. So it's very, very interesting for sure. I thought it was a very cool plot. Now, Pork Chop also, we saw a bit more of him, not too much, but just a little bit more development with him. We also get to see more Sideswipe, and then we get, the battle, which was crazy. Now, like I said, this fight was really good as they fight Pablo's men in a very brutal fashion, in a very cool way. And basically, we get a shootout. We get a really cool battle. I think the music was, amazingly used in this one as well. Megamat always killing it with the music. I think this fight scene was really, really good. And I think it really puts you in the moment. You were just like, oh, frig. And Pablo's there, and he sees, a bunch of his men get killed, and he's angry. And basically, then our group just basically, unfortunately, gets what's coming to them, which is the death of Spike. Now, just to speak on it more, Spike is not a character that I was sad died, and you're not supposed to. You're supposed to hate him. So the point was definitely proven there, and I think that his death definitely serves as the most shocking moment of the series, so that was also really cool. And I think in terms of a character, I think he did a good job being an asshole. So, you know, he was a good asshole. That's a sentence I didn't think I'd be saying in a while. He was a damn good asshole, right? So that is exactly what he was, and I thought he did a really good job at being an asshole. You know, he is, he was a good asshole. All right, enough of that word. Okay, so basically, we get to see the cops. Obviously, Pablo gets away, and the cops are going to call it in, and basically we've got Dax that now, potentially, it seems like they almost want to have a vote on it, but Dax seems to potentially be the new leader of the Road Rats. So, and that was episode 2. That was episode 2 right there. So, very interesting episode. Really enjoyed a lot about it, but in particular, Spike's death was not one I saw coming, so I gotta say that really was a pretty freaking crazy moment. So I'm gonna give this episode a 9 out of 10. I thought it was really good. We got to see a lot of good stuff for our characters. I still have the one problem with this one, though, like I did with the pilot. The characters, I still, like, aside from Dax, I just don't know. Roadkill is really good, though, I will say. He's actually a really good character, and he's new, but he's already surpassing a lot of the characters for me. Characters like Sideswipe, Pork Chop, and, Wong, stuff like that. I don't know, some of these characters, I need more from them. Like, I need something. So, I don't know. Maybe we'll see that at some point soon. But in terms of right now, Dax remains my favorite, and probably Roadkill my second right now, actually. So, anyway, let me know in the comment section below what you guys thought about this week's episode of The Road Rats. We'll be back for episode 3 next week, and definitely write your comments in the comment section below. So, of course, guys, if you're new here, click to subscribe to them some of my videos for the Road Rats series. Follow Dan's Walking Videos on Instagram, guys, and, of course, I'll see you guys really soon for another video for Survival of the Fittest and Road Rats. Enjoy the rest of your day, guys, and peace out.
Anybody out there?